Hello everyone, my name is Love Chisom. You're welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time of coming across my video, you are welcome. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. On this video, I'll be showing you how to draft this beautiful bustier with a structured sleeve. Okay. Without wasting much of your time, if you find this interesting, let us begin. You start by drafting your shoulder line. So the place I'm drafting now is my shoulder line, 1 inch or 2 inches, even half inch is okay. So I'll come down by 11 inches for my bust point, 14.5 for my under bust, 17.5 for my waistline. So to get your top length from your waistline, come down by 9 or 10 inches. So normal I used to come down by 9 inches, but I decided to make it 10 inches on this pattern, on this particular top. So as you can see here, I've highlighted my lines. So this is my bust point, under bust, waistline. Then come down by 9 or 10 inches for your top length. Normally it's 9 inches, but I'm making 10 inches here. So the next thing is to measure your neck width, which is 3 inches. I made use of 3 inches. I mark my shoulder of 8.5. Come down by 1 inch for my shoulder length. So for my shoulder slant, I'll come down by my armhole. To get your armhole, your bust circumference divide by 6 plus 1.5. Whatever it is your armhole, okay? So whatever I have on my shoulder, I have to place it here to get the accurate line, okay? Then I have to check it again before marking. And I will label this part my chest line. After marking my armhole, I'm going to divide my armhole into 2. Whatever I have there will come in by ½ inch, and I'm going to use my ruler and my pencil this way. I'm going to curve. So I will mark my nipple to nipple measurement from my bust point to the length of my top, and I'll use my straight ruler to mark the line. On my waistline, I'm going to mark ½ inch on both sides. Then on my under bust, I'll mark 1 inch on the side front, and I'll mark 0.75 on my center front. And on the down part of my top, I'm going to mark half inch too. Whatever I mark on my waist, I will mark it down there, and I will connect with my ruler. I'll connect with my straight ruler. Then I'll also connect to the under bust like this. And then I'm going to curve, okay? I'm going to curve my busts, also curve this part. And I will highlight it with my marker, Okay. So right now, begin to add my body circumference. My bust circumference divide by 4, I'll mark it there. My under bust circumference divide by 4, I'll mark it here. Plus whatever I have here, I'm going to mark it. Okay. Measure what you have there, and then you mark what you use for the contour. My waist circumference divide by 4 plus the half inch I added, which is 1 inch. I'm going to mark it there too. So my hip circumference divide by 4, I'll mark it plus whatever I have there, I'll measure it and I will also place it. Now I'm going to connect with my ruler. Now, the next thing we are going to do after this now is to mark our side dart. So to get your side dart, the difference between your waist, your front waistline and your back waistline, okay? You measure your front and measure your back. The difference between your front waistline and your back waistline, that is your side dart. That is what you use for side dart. For instance, my front waistline is 17.5. My back waistline is 15.5. So the difference is 2 inches, and that 2 inches is what I use for my side darts. Okay, so now you are going to divide your shoulder into 2. So whatever you have on your shoulder, divide it into 2. Then use your stretch ruler to connect it back to your bust point, like I did here. So for your over bust tightening, you are going to go up by 4. I made use of 4. If you make use of 3, go up by 3. Okay, on both sides, mark half inch on both sides. So I used to make use of 4. So depends on what you are comfortable with, what you're comfortable wearing. Okay, so I went up by 4 and mark half inch on both sides, and you mark it straight to the bust point. Use your ruler to curve it this way to your bust point. Sorry. So now for the structured sleeve, you are going to extend your shoulder slant line this way. Okay, this is for the structured sleeve. Please pay very good attention here. Now from your shoulder slant line, come down by 2.5 inches. Now from your shoulder slant line again, go out to the extended shoulder slant, go out by 4 inches like I marked there. Now we are going to connect this line, the half inch on your over bust tightening line. Make sure, please remeasure, make sure it's up to 4 inches to avoid mistakes, so that the both lines there will be equal. Okay, so from the one of that line, you are going to connect it like you see me doing here. If you don't understand me, please watch what I am doing. Okay, if you find this video helpful, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, click on the notification bell to be notified, so that whenever I upload a new video. So right now you are going to connect it to the 2.5 inches. Okay, now from that 2.5 inches, you are going to connect it to the 4 inches extension sleeve, 4 inches that you extended. Okay, you're going to connect it to that point. So you're going to connect it. So the same 2.5 that you came down with, you're going to mark it here from your 4 inches extension sleeve. You're going to mark it like this, like you see me doing here. You're going to mark it. Okay, so now after marking it, you are going to connect it this way. Connect the 2.5 inches that you came down with. So on your sleeve curve, you are also going to mark it there to get accurate. Okay, So now you connect from the 2.5 inches to the 4 inches. Okay. I remeasured. I like to remeasure to be sure, to avoid mistake. Now you decide to curve this place or blend it like this. Okay. You can decide to curve or blend this way. So for the neck, you can decide to come down by 12.5 inches, or you can decide to come down by 1.5 from the bust point, or you can decide to go up by 2 inches from the under bust. So these three methods now you get the same results, okay, which is that point. Now you are going to curve it. You know, it's a sweetheart neckline. You're going to curve it to this point. Just watch where I'm curving it to. You curve it this way, okay? So this is our structured sleeve, okay? Now from the hem part, you're going to go up by 2.5. Then you curve. I'm not going to do that scallop design you are seeing on the hem part, okay? I'll just do mine this way. So here you mark what you have here. So whatever you have here, you also mark it on this place. I have 4.75. You also mark it here. So this is it. You can decide to do it this way, or you leave it normal. Just if you want to tighten the sleeve, you do it that method. But if you just want to leave it like that, it's okay. It's totally fine. So now we are going to cut it out. So the next thing is to cut open the side darts. You cut it out this way, lap it, okay? Then get your tape and tape it down. Just watch how I'm doing it. I'm going to tape it down. Now you can see that when you cut open the side darts, lap it to tighten your side darts. You can notice that it will not rhyme again. The side will not rhyme again. One part will be longer. Now you are going to get extra sheets, extra paper, place it there, tape it down, then you curve. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what I am doing. You understand me, okay? So now you are going to curve it. So the reason for this is to make sure the sides are aligned together. One is not longer than one, and you cannot short it, okay? So this is it. This is the front pattern. We are done for the cutting of the front pattern. So the next part we will cut now is the back. So for the back, the same lines I did for the front is the same thing that is here. Okay, you can see my bust point, my under bust, and my waistline. So the difference is my waistline and the zipper allowance that is at the back. So my waistline for the front is 17.5 inches. My waistline for the back is 15.5. So the difference is 2 inches, which is what I use to tighten the side dart. So you come down by 10 inches from the waistline. So that is all. Now we'll begin to mark our neck, mark our shoulder, come down by 1 inch for shoulder slants, and we're going to slant it like this. So the next thing is to come down for our armhole by 8 inches. Then you mark it here, just to make sure you get the accurate line. What you have on your shoulder, mark it down there. Then you draw a straight line, and that place now will serve as our chest line. Okay, to serve as our chest line. So now I'm going to divide what I have here into two, come in by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to curve it. So the next thing is to mark our nipple to nipple measurements. So which is 4 inches. Mark my nipple to nipple, which is 4 inches. Now I'm going to use my stretch ruler to join the points together. And the next thing is to divide my waist. Add half inch on both sides. Okay. Sorry, it's not to divide. Just add half inch on both sides for that leg. Then come down by 6 inches. Take that leg to the bust point. Now begin to add our body circumference. My bust divide by 4. I'm going to mark it there. Waist divide by 4. I'll mark it there. Whatever I have on my waist, on my dart, I'm going to replace it. My hip divide by 4. I'm going to mark it there. Now I'll use my ruler to join the points together. So the next thing is for my zipper. Okay, this line now is my zipper. Remember, that is where our measurement started. So I'll go in by 0.75 for my to eliminate the zipper bulge, and I'll come down by 6 inches. I'll use my ruler to join the points, then I'll take it up this way. So this is to eliminate zipper bulge. Now I'm going to mark my zipper allowance, 1 inch for my zipper allowance from my neckline down to the top length. So watch how I'm marking it. And the line for my zipper allowance, my ruler will be placed from the zipper bulge line that I eliminated. Okay, the place that I'm pointing at, that is where my ruler, my tape will be starting from. Sorry. Not my ruler, my tape. I'm sorry for that. So now I'm going to use my ruler, carefully join the points together. So now the next thing will be for my neckline. So I'm going to come down by 9 inches for my neckline for the back. Now I'm going to divide my shoulder into 2. I'll mark it from my shoulder to my bust point, or from my bust point to my center shoulder. Now I'll extend my shoulder slant like I did for the front, and I'll mark 4 inches this way. Then I'll mark 2.5 for my shoulder slant line. I'll come down by 2.5 on my armhole. Now I'm going to connect. Watch how I'll connect. I'll connect from that point to my neckline, 19 inches that I came down with. So as you can see, this is what our neck will look like. The back of our neck will look like. This is my 9 inches. Sorry, not 19 inches, 9 inches. So now you're going to join it from that 2.5 inches to the 4 inches. Now you are also going to come down by 2.5 inches from your 4 inches line mark down like this. This is exactly what I did at the front. So I'm also repeating it now at the back here. And you are going to curve like this with a slant curve. So whatever you have here, just to shape the band of the sleeve, you are also going to mark it here. So you come here, you are going to mark half inch. This is the upper bust tightening, the same thing we did there. Now we are going to tighten the back. This is upper back tightening. Abi, I named it upper back tightening. So we are going to tighten the back. We are going to mark half inch on both sides. Now we are going to blend. Just blend this back side to make sure you get a perfect curve at the back. Perfect blending at the back. You know, this is a structured sleeve. You can make use of your crinoline for this. You can make use of your hard stay for this. It's a structured sleeve. It have to stand. Okay. This 4 inches that we are extending with is for you to have allowance so that you can free your hand. You can move your hand without stress. Now curve very well. You see how I'm blending the back? So this is what we have. Okay. Now we can decide to curve this place. We can decide to curve the armhole. So this thing I'm doing here is optional. That is if you want to contour. Okay. So now I'm going to cut it out. So I almost forgot. I did not go up by 2.5 inch from the top length, from the hem down part of the top. So I have to go do it and I curve. So this is what I have here. This is the back. Okay. Watch how I'm cutting. So this is what I have. This is the back. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you have not subscribed, click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay? Enjoy the rest of the video. See you in my next one. Bye.